So let's begin. So the mission is no family left behind. And the vision is to reach 50 million families by year 2050. Isn't that great? I know I can't do it alone. So that's why we have to be the voice for our family to educate what it's like to know about how money works, right? So I'm glad that some of you are writing notes. So this book has been developed in 2015. It says, saving your future. It didn't say spend or spend your future, right? According to survey conducted by the research firms and government agencies in Canada and America, North Americans are what? Facing serious financial challenges. Do you agree? You see financial stress every day? The U.S. picture is even gloomier in the U.S. 79% of Americans are what? Feel financial stress. More than half live paycheck to paycheck. And 62% of Americans are what? Carry credit card debt. And they have already maxed out their credit card, and 27% don't even pay their bills on time. You don't want to be part of the statistics, right? So it's ironic that we live in the most wealthiest country in the world, but we still have a lot of money problem. Any of you can relate? Yes? And we do so much to raise our children to finish college, just to end up with student loans. So debt becomes the way of life. And we don't need that, right? We don't know much, we don't have much. So I like to point your attention in here because I believe it's time to end income inequality, right? Income gaps are widening. If you can see, you can barely see the purple line in there in the graph. Bottom is 50% of the population from 1995 to 2021. That's more than 30 years. And the income didn't change. That's like disturbing, right? So that would be like, this is where you will know the wealth by wealth percentile group. Who owns the wealth, right? So there is the 50 to 90% of the population is having the income going up. And then we have the 90 to 99% and that only one top percent. So that means if you have $10, 9 of you will share the $1. Only one person will have the $9. That makes sense? No, right? No. That is the simple way I could describe to you what the income gaps mean. Imagine 9 people will have to share the $1 and then one person will have the whole $9. So this is the wealth of the 90% of the population. In other words, the majority own minority of the wealth. So how do the rich continue to grow rich and the poor become even poorer? It's really all about the lack of the financial education. Would you imagine if you know exactly what to do, what the richer people doing, would you still be working until the government said till you're 65? It's changing. And we have no control when the government changes and say, no, actually not 65, we're just joking, 67, or you have to wait till you're 72, right? Can you be, right? All right, can you go to the greener part? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Say yes, I can be part of it. I don't have to stay in the bottom, right? So in America alone, we have 21 million who are millionaires. We have 39.1 globally and 8.1% in the United States. You see that? So you can be part of the millionaire. Why? Because they're not the Kardashians, right? They're just like regular you and I people. Most of them are not fancy people or receive an inheritance. They are normal, average people who build up their financial future with knowledge, planning, and consistent practices over a long period of time. I always love what Abraham Lincoln said, that in order for you to predict your future, you have to plan. Make sense? It seems so, it's not really that deep, right? But it's so simple and yet it's profound, right? It takes planning. So you didn't plant today and tomorrow, you didn't plant a seed and then tomorrow you have a tree. That's what it is. It takes planning. So, what do the rich know that the poor doesn't know? The poor are getting poorer. Why? Because of bad habits. And poor decisions adds up. Yes? What does that mean? No budget. They don't budget. And then what else? They don't have financial goals for retirement, college education, and healthcare, and more. Spends a lot of money. They live with credit cards, right? Debt and liabilities, and a large portion of their income going to the interest. Interest, who eats up our money, doesn't it? So, increasing debt, they don't prepare for emergencies. Also, they work for a living. That means they live paycheck to paycheck. They don't have a good knowledge and are often not interested into financial matters, right? So, it's important that we need to find interest. Because, hey, money is important, isn't it? Money is not evil. Money is not evil. It's the love of the money that's evil. So always remember that, what the Bible says. Don't change what the Bible says. So money is good. Because I'm a single mom. But I praise God because of this opportunity, I don't have a single mom income. I don't have to struggle. So it's time for change. Yay! Right? We don't want to stay in the old. We have to change. Right? Why? Believe in financial education. So your future is not in the hands of your employer, the bank, right? Your broker. How about the government? Is it in their hands? If you let them. Right? Not either in the hands of your union. It's in your hands. Yes? Why? It's in your hands to make money. It's in your hands to save money, accumulate money, and protect money. A lot of people know how to make money, but they don't know how to protect their money. Do you want to protect your money? All right, to make sure that whatever you have, less or more, is protected. So that's what we encourage you to do in this financial education. Believe in financial education, be educated, be your own money manager. Knowing less can cost more. Do you agree? Yes. All right. Understand how money works. We have a book by Steve Siebold. It says in there how money works. In the bank, when you go to the bank, all those bankers doesn't know also how money works. They just work in the bank and they give you the card or whatever. In the bank, they give a sucker. In that book, it says, don't be a sucker, be a student. Do you realize the bank gives sucker, and what does that sucker says? Dumb dumb. It's funny, but it's true. So I said, I ain't taking that sucker. I'm not a sucker, I'm a student. So make money work for you. A lot of people work for their money, so we're gonna change the tune. Remember? She works hard for money. Now we're gonna change the tune. The tune is old. The tune now, it says, I make my money work hard for me. All right. Building a strong financial foundation is like building your house from the ground up. You cannot build wealth until you build financial foundation. What that means? It has to be in order. Proper protection from the bottom. Number 2 is debt management, emergency fund, and investment. If you have your foundation out of order, what's going to happen? Going to collapse, right? So you have to have a financial strong foundation like building your house. All right. I don't expect all of you to know everything today. So if we have another time, one-on-one, we will connect. Moving, we help family moving from financial insecurity because a lot of people now are insecure, right? We move them from insecurity to security. to financial independence. See? They have their hands up. Don't you, when you are victorious, don't you have you always people have have you ever seen a victorious person go like this? No, it's always hands up, right? You become financially independent. Building from insecurity to independence means also learn to protect your income, your health, and your assets. Okay? Debt management also means learn to manage your debt. So, debt roll up, I'm going to make it as fast as I can because I know we are running out of time. So, this is attacking your minimal debt. So, for example, you have $399,000 that you owe. That's accumulation of mortgage, bank, auto, MasterCard, home improvement, credit card. If you have $100, you have to be disciplined, right? So you have to have that $1 saved up. So for example, you apply that $100 on your $150 that you owe on the credit card. Instead of you paying $10 minimum, you will apply that 100. Now you have 110 to apply. Pay that off 19 months or in 2 months. 2 months is better, isn't it? Right? So try to follow me. So as long as you can understand. Now you paid off this credit card. You cross it off, and now you have $160 to apply for your home improvement. Check it out. Instead of you paying that in 38 months, now you can pay it off in 10 months. So really, if I keep going, the power of $100, right here. Your $2,882 per month, right, is now going to apply to 361 months, and we cross it off to what? To 210. What did you save really? Money, time, and interest. Right? And stress. Now you cannot pay the stress, but that is so true. Right? When you this is the debt roll up allows you to pay it faster. You beat the bank. You don't have to pay the bank with all of your money because of interest. But it takes one person educated to do that. Right? All right, emergency fund. How many prepares for emergency funds? Remember, we just had the storm. We just passed it. And I was remembering, I said, I have a tenant, and I just had the roof prepared for the storm, because I said the storm will come, the rain will come, and I prepared for it. So even though I was feeling the vibration of the ground and the wind and then blowing and all I said that roof is staying strong right there. That's what I said. So it's the same thing. When your appliances gets to break down, car. How about when you get laid off? How about when the disaster in your home? We have to have emergency fund. We prepare people for 3 to 6 months of income. How about investment? Learn to save and invest. Look at the person right here. He's smart, right? He's got the pen on his head. That means he's got the basket, not just one, but he's got his basket all over in 3 places. So that means he saved up, right? So have you heard of don't put your basket, all your eggs in one basket? Yes, that's the one. So he's got his basket spread out. I love that. So, all right, everybody's 30 years old. Yay! All right. How do you feel being 30 right now? Woo! A lot of energy being 30, right? Assume your income is $60,000, right? And you set aside 10% with $500 monthly or $17 a day, and you're starting at 30 years old. All right. So when should you have saved? Today or yesterday? Yesterday. That's right. In 30 years, you're done. You're 60. Imagine you're 30 and you turn around. Whoa, I'm 60. What have I done? If you found a vehicle that's giving your money 8%, this is the rule of 72. In this book, Saving Your Future, on page 13, it says the rate of return. Albert Einstein's invented rule of 72. So it's one of the 8 wonders in the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who does not, pays it. So this is your opportunity to earn. All right. So let's say you're saving your money at a rate of 8%. By age 60, you have 745,000. Woo! Right? At 10%, your money have the rate of return. You'll have, ready to be a millionaire at age 60, 1 million. Okay? That is what rate of return means. Rate of return can either go for you or against you. Which one? Right? 1,130,000. Saving and investing at 60. Assume you stop contributing and you let your retirement nest egg continue to accumulate. 72 divided by 8 72 divided by 8 equals 9. Every 9 years, your money will double. So, at age 69, you decided to be a millionaire. You've got 1.5 million saved up. Wow, right? You can pay long-term care, right? You can leave legacy to your family. You can live comfortably. Travel. You don't have to worry about, I can't attend that event. I have no money, right? At age 67, 2.3 million, you can become financially independent. Yes? You like that idea? It's a concept. So see, your nest egg, your basket is full. Understand taxes. When saving, you want to consider the effect of taxes on your income, on your money. Did you know that there's only 3 buckets in the United States? Did all of you know that? I didn't know that there's 3 buckets where you can save and invest your money. Number 1, we're going to talk about tax now. All right, we're going to talk about tax later and tax advantage. All right, this is your contract with Uncle Sam. You made an agreement. Tax now, you have your savings, your checking, right? Your mutual fund. CD, certificate of deposit, it says. I just always think about a certificate of death. Right? Every year you get tax. Tax later, so I have a little joke. Tax advantage is sexier than tax later. Because Uncle Sam, tax later is where you have your Social Security, pension, 401, 403B. I'm not going to keep going. That's the big account that Uncle Sam has you married with. I divorced him on tax advantage. All right? I don't need to be associated or attached with Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is good. He also gave us a way to offer the tax advantage. But how many middle-class people know about the tax advantage or even take advantage of it? Right? How many? So this is your opportunity to share the power of the tax bucket. Because tax is not going to go down. It's going to keep going up. Yes? All right. It's okay to say it. It's okay. It's going to keep going up. But that's why you have to strategize. So what do you know about college planning? Knowing what to do after high school is more than just paying for higher education. You don't want your child to have a story of, I didn't go because my parents couldn't afford. Maybe your parent could have afford if she knew the strategy she has in front of her. Right? Sometimes the answer is right in front of our nose. You just didn't know it. Right? I was like that. I was that mom. All I did every day, work. I'm a single mom. I didn't have a husband to take care of me. Say, honey, I whatever. I take care of everything right away. Work, pay bills, right? Go to church, and then I do it again. Every day. So this opportunity changed my life. And I'm here with passion to just say, hey, remember, I'm just a beggar telling another beggar where to get the bread. I found the bread. And I want to share the bread. Right? All right, we've got a lot of list of things when it comes to college planning. So we're not going to discuss all this. If you don't have a college person going, you need help on that, let me know. All right, understand your retirement benefits, because this is the part where I always say, wow, when I retire, I thought I'm going to have my money. No. I always say, it's in the end, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Because remember, after you retire, Uncle Sam said, I got a share. You have your share, I got my share. So not all your income are going to be yours. Okay? So we help you to optimize, maximize. So before you decide to retire, talk to me. Because $1,000 extra on your Social Security is a big deal, yes? But if you don't know, the government is just going to settle for this for you. Would you like to settle? No. We don't live to settle. We live to advance. God allows us to have a abundance, right? So we don't settle. Well, how do we not settle? By asking proper questions. The government will not tell unless you ask. But what do you know to ask? What question do you know to ask? They'll be like, what are you going to ask? Oh, you don't know what to ask, so this is what we're going to give you. When should you claim for Social Security? The importance of Medicare or medical expenses when you need it. Okay? Taxes on your retirement. Stuff, right? So, be part of the financial education platform. This event is free. So after this, talk to me how much it costs. Right? Very affordable. Because remember, I'm a single mom. I was able to afford whatever. I said, how do I do it? What do I need to do? What do I start? Where do I go from here? I have a lot of questions. They answered all of that, and I said, I'm in. What you will learn in our workshop is this. Building your wealth, right? Is that important? Building your wealth savings, increasing cash flow, and manage your debt. What else? Preparing with proper protection. Do you know that health and wealth are like queen and king and queen, right? How could you have wealth if you don't have your health, right? Or I could say, well, I'm healthy, but I don't have money, right? Eventually, you're gonna need to have both, right? Understanding asset accumulation strategies, fulfilling long-term goals. So we're here to help families how to have long-term goals. What is your goal in the future as you're aging? Because we don't know when that time comes, at least we're ready to meet the Lord, right? I said to my children, when I die, it's not about me anymore. It's the living. It's for the living. What have I prepared for the living? Because I can't talk anymore, right? Financial education. We bring financial education to homes, public libraries, schools, and universities, places of worship, small businesses, corporations, government agencies, friends and family, and online. So we do Zoom. You know, when I became educated, the big deal, I don't know what's the big deal or what resonates with you. To me, it's the taxes. I said, man, every time I look at, because when you're a single mom, you look at how much taxes was taken. This is my gross and this is my net, right? I look at that. The taxes is one of the enemy of our money. What else is the enemy of our money? Our money also have an enemy, right? Inflation. Inflation is a big deal because it's reducing the purchasing power. What's inflation? Okay, let's give an example. So before, my car, it only takes $30 full tank. I go, wait, hold on. It's $30 already. It's not full. I got to go $50, almost $60 to fill it up. That's inflation for you. Everything's rising. How about your income? Is it rising with it?
No.
Right? No. I know. Fixed income, I know. Right? It's hard. But we're here to make it less stressful. How about freedom? Right? Put a lot of smile in your life. You don't have to be stressful all the time. And then you only feel good when you go to church. Come on, every Sunday? No. You have to feel good every day, right? So we have a community that gives back, right? Everybody deserves financial education. So that means we set up a foundation. When you have money, you have an opportunity to give to the charity. You have money. So we have an opportunity to set funds for the less fortunate. So when people had, in the Philippines, when people had storm, imagine you have the water running in there like, dirty water running in there. We provide food. We provide clothing, the basic necessity for them. Okay? So, how are we doing with time? Who's got the time?
We got 25 minutes.
Huh?
25 minutes.
Yay! Okay. So the world has changed. Was everybody aware that COVID was coming in 2020? Exactly. I like that one. Hi, Pam. All right. You have a lot of recession, infection, depression. Okay, all the Sean. Right? It's not all the good Sean. You know, we have a lot of disruption. Division, isolation. People don't want to leave, they just want to stay home. Right? That takes a lot of toll in your energy. Right? But it also gave us a lot of opportunity to be what? To work from home, right? So, the great resignation, people are changing. People are looking for better future of work. I see this every day. You know, I am working myself to retirement early. I don't have to wait. Retirement is just a number. Okay, you don't have to be 65. Who made that up anyway, right? 65 was President Roosevelt, right? Set up the retirement 65 like that. Social Security was invented for those people who were working that time, but it was never meant to be your income. That's why it's called supplement. So you have to have extra, okay? So people are looking for freedom, flexible lifestyle, purpose, because life is too short just to work for a living, right? All right. Be part of our business platform. You're not totally free until you are financially free. Do you agree with that statement? Because I believe when you are knocking down all of your bills, imagine this right now. What it be like when you are financially free, when you are debt free. You have extra $1,000 in your pocket, right? And then you can afford, you can do whatever you want to do in life. You don't have to be limited, right? Just imagine that. Life is all about choices. Change your thinking and change your future. So, I heard about the word insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and what?
Expecting a different outcome.
Okay. So see, if you keep on doing the same thing, expecting the same outcome, right? Not gonna work. You have to really change something different to expect something different. Yes? All right. Save your future, increase your knowledge, and make more money. Okay, remember, money is not bad. How do you make more money? By changing your thinking. Build your future, start building a business in a growing industry, and be your own boss. So after 4:30, I love the freedom that I'll be able to educate more families, because I said I was helped. I didn't know what to do. So with my home as a single mom, I was able to strategize. A lot of things happen in my home. The electrical and then the plumbing, they're not cheap. I was able to pay it off almost close to $18,000 in cash. So I didn't have to borrow because I saved up. I've been living in there for 16 years. So my daughter's like, "Oh, where'd you get all the money?" I said, "Cassie, what do you think? Did you think I just bought bags that I didn't need? I just bought shoes I didn't need? Oh no. I saved up like an ant. Like in the Bible, it says, save like an ant." Right? All right. Be part of something big. Share the campaign and build an organization across the United States and Canada. And make a difference. Build a great family. Create a legacy and help the less fortunate. So my message to my children, someday I'm going to be old. I change your diaper, but you don't have to change mine. It's a little joke I tell them. Whether they get it or not, that's what my message to them. You can visit me someday in a nursing home that I already paid and prepared for it. But I will not be a burden to you and ask you to get off your job and take care of your mother, because I took care of you. We have no response. We have I don't remember saying the Bible that our kids are responsible to take care of us. If they do, that's great. But I don't want to be a burden. And a lot of kids are calling every day, I cannot take my mother today, I have to work. Can we reschedule? Or let's say a husband taking care of his wife, or a wife taking care of her husband. Are you prepared that when your husband cannot move anymore, can you actually take care of him? How about, can you physically take care of him or her, right? So, when I mentioned that, because I said I want to leave a legacy to my children. So I said, if you come from a poor family, I love this quote from Bill Gates. He says, if you were born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, that's your fault. All right, so you heard that. So that's why I was telling my children, we were not poor in the Philippines, but I was poor here in America because I didn't know a lot. I didn't know. I struggled because I didn't know what to expect when I came to America. I was told milk and honey. Orlando, milk and honey, what does that mean? I didn't know I'm going to end up with, no home, right? So I experienced to be a homeless. And I thank God because, we have a good God who got me out of there. It's a matter of God will set you with the right people. Allowed me to buy my own condo. That was my first investment. And then I sold it and have a house here, right here in the corner. So every day, I've been living in there for 16 years now, and I'm so happy, Pastor Hiller, that this is like a good timing, right? We are in the right time, the right place, at the right moment for this opportunity. So join our great cause. Financial literacy campaign is, we have 4 easy steps to start. We register everyone to pre-qualify. And then we have an easy business orientation. Those who say, hey, I want to do something different. A lot of people in here, like Joel, he's an engineer. Why is he here? He knows that sitting in the cubicle ain't going to take him anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not growing, right? Not only personally, but money-wise. So we have a lot of doctors in here who left their job. Military who are officials left their job because I figured out the number that if I wait for the government to retire me, I'm not going to have enough just to even pay for my long-term care, much more for my daily living, right? Remember, when you retire, every day is Saturday. Okay, whatever you do on Saturday, do your laundry, do your haircut, your nails. Every day Saturday. Do you have money for that every single day, right? Every Saturday. Understand your own financial foundation. That is a free. We provide a free financial literacy. Financial foundation one-on-one to see where you're at. Where you need to be, okay? Register for pre-licensing. So people, like I said, guess what? We're done. So, again, you heard the information. It says knowledge is power. What's the other one? Knowledge applied is more powerful, right? So that means we can sit around in here all day, talk about financial literacy, but you walk away, you didn't do anything about it. Is your life going to change? It's not going to be the same tomorrow. Whatever you're doing every day, the same. So I was tired of that. I was working for 20 plus years. I get bored easily. So I told my supervisor one day, I said, hey, I'm done, checking in people, demographics, collecting their insurance information, all that. I'm done with that. Can I go to another department and, learn about that? So I learned about facial plastic. What people do, want to change their face. Lift this, tuck this. Okay? I was like, okay, I want to be a man. I want to be a woman tomorrow. They'll take care of you in that department. So we learned all of that. So we have a joke that I say, hey, if you have a facial plastic and your dog didn't recognize you, that's your fault. So in this industry, because it changed me, I decided. So doesn't it everything about decision? And one day you're one decision away from changing your life, right? So is this important? Does this benefit any of you or all of you? Is this something that you know someone will or can benefit from? I know for sure. I said, the rich, we don't need the rich to teach this. They already know it. They have it. So who pays the higher taxes, the poor or the rich? No, us, the middle class. It's a trick question. We pay for the poor. We help them. Remember, taxes. So it's okay. The rich, they just get richer and richer because they have it already. So today, there's a sign-up sheet in here. We can do one-on-one. How can I help you? Let me know. I have Joel in there. And then I'm glad that you're able to get all the giveaways there. So whatever interests you, the brochure there, let me know and I will help you. All right? So may I ask everyone to fill this out? All right. Thank you, everyone. We're